Hello, I'm Marcus V. Calvert, and welcome to Tales Unlimited, the disturbing thought of the day. Uh, okay, fantasy world, you have a, a small team of mystics at your back. Um, they all have unique powers, they all have expertise in magic or something like that, skills with a sword, that sort of thing. You go around, you save people. You stop bad guys, you occasionally get laid, you get paid. You're not mercenaries per se, you're just champions of light, but every so often if someone throws you a gratuity, you don't say no, right? Mm. All right. Well, one day there's this band of warlords, and it's unusual because it's led by a brother and sister. And this brother and sister, they're very good. They fight as a pair, they're chopping everybody up, and you guys show up, and you are the best sword of your crew, period. And you're like, no, 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 I got this. Take out the rest of these guys. And you literally call them out. And everything actually pauses. Like in the Trojan War, how they'd be fighting and they stop and someone spars off, like, ooh, let's see what happens here. So you take on brother and sister and they cut you up. They cut you up and then you kill the sister. And then the brother just comes at you in rage, two swords, and you meet him, two swords, and you're like, pow, 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 boom, boom, clang, 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 clang. I mean, there are weapons all over the place. You literally break your swords and you're going at each other. You just want to live. He wants you to die and you're going at it. And you get lucky and you literally put a broken sword through him. And then you drop and you probably would have died right then and there if not for the team healer. And she heals you. And everyone's like, whoa. And his minions they run away. I mean, it's like he and his sister had a hold on them, and it was almost like a cult, right? And with them dead, they just some of them threw their weapons down and yielded, others ran away, and others like, what was I doing? I feel so bad. And so they patch you up, and the scars just never quite healed. It was weird. And you personally load these two on pyres and burn them. It's like, God, these are the two best fighters I've ever seen. I'm glad they weren't coming after me. And you walk off, and then he's like, okay, guys, off to the next thing. So you do like another job, then another job, and then you find a place to just relax. You're waiting for a ship to take you someplace, another island, another up the coast or something. So you decide to kick back, party. Well, you guys have a rule. You all roll dice, and whoever gets the worst roll has to be the babysitter. And you just happen to roll that crappy die. So by being the babysitter, that means you have to stay sober in case anybody comes after your team while they're drinking or whoring or whatever. So you guys pick one spot, one little bar, and everyone's doing their thing. Some people are upstairs knocking boots, some people downstairs gambling, drinking, and you hear commotion outside, and you tell your guys, hey, 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 stop what you're doing. Something's happening. Just sit here. I'll be right back. So you run outside, and sure enough, there's like a bunch of bad guys who are doing something to a trader, and you step in, and you're the best sword of the team, which means you're probably one of the best swords in the world. You kill them all. Ching, 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 ching. You go through 8 guys by yourself. You're like, haha, you guys okay? All right, yeah. Well, I have a cut on my arm. Boof. And you head back. Your team's dead. Just like that. Boom. While you are over here having a 5-minute fight, your 5 friends, all of whom dangerous, like one of them was like an aspiring like arch wizard, dead. Walking out of this burning brothel bar, gambling den, where no one's alive, everyone's dead, is this dude who bears a striking resemblance to the 2 warlords you just killed, and he looks older, like he might be their daddy. And he basically has this huge fighting spear, and on it is the head of like your most powerful magic user. And he goes, they were fun. You must be the swordsman. So he flicks the head off the spear, taps it, and it turns into a sword. And he raises it up like a duelist, like, doing a salute. On guard. You have just killed the grandson and granddaughter of blah blah blah, god of war. I am his son, a demigod. Let's see if you can beat me. And you run away. Because you know the thing about demigods. Demigods, you never mess with a demigod until you know exactly what they can do, because they always have a piece of their parents' powers. And that's a good thing. You were smart to run away, because this particular demigod keeps the powers of everybody he kills. And since he's killed your entire team, it would have been a slaughter. But the question is, how far do you get? Let's say you get lucky and you get away. How do you turn around and avenge your team and take this dude out who's trying to avenge his kids and take you out? That could just get messy. Yeah. All right, I'm Marcus V. Calvert. This is Tales Unlimited. Please check out talesunlimited.net. That's where the podcast and the book links are. If you like how I think, maybe you like how I write. All right, the podcasts are Battery Daily Prompts and the Disturbing Thought of the Day. Sorry, I'm kind of sleepy. And then there are the book links to Amazon. 4 series currently, working on more. The Battery series has 200 writing prompts and a little wisdom on how to write that first novel. It's meant for people who want to, become novelists. But the logic here, it's so involved, it's a bit challenging. But if you go through the system, you will be able to write books, sell them, make money, build your brand, build your fan base while you're working on your first novel, just like I did. Now, aside from the Battery series, there are 2 anthology series. Both are New School Twilight Zone, 25 stories in each book. One is called Unheroic. It's about unlikely heroes saving the day. Like, what if you're like a shadow pocket of the United States government who have been in touch with aliens since the Founding Fathers? And you actually have friends in other galaxies who trade you for technologies and stuff. And you get word that an alien race, hostile of course, is coming to invade the Earth. And even with your toys, you can't win. So basically, these people start Armageddon, World War III on meth. They blow up the planet. They release biopathogens. They shred the planet so that no alien race would want this world. And then they grab the survivors and put them inside of a massive interdimensional bunker. They committed a genocide to save the human race. Unlikely heroes. And that's just one story. And then there's the Book of Schemes, diabolical, twisted, all over the place. I even threw in a Western. But have you ever heard of why zombie apocalypses happen? Maybe it's not some, lab that releases a pathogen. Maybe it's aliens, man. Murphy's Law of zombie killing. The longer you mess with these zombies, the more likely you are to die. And what if it's because aliens rigged it that way? And then a novel series called I, Villain. It's, think of Sin City with superpowers. Takes place in the aftermath of a superhero apocalypse. Like, over 99% of all heroes in the world wiped out. And one of the people who helped is a villain named Benjamin Clyde, gentleman fixer. As far as everyone knows, he's the 8th deadliest man alive because he has the most mercs in the world. He has 412 of the best mercs in the game. We're talking super villains, right? And, people may have more mercs than him, but they don't have better mercs than him. Let me put it that way. And all sides of the law go to him because he rarely misses a mark, a job. If you want someone dead, someone saved, you want something stolen, you want a government toppled, he's your guy. Until one night, he loses it all. A deal goes bad to make amends over what he had to do. He gives up his multi-billion-dollar empire. No more money, no more minions, can never be a crook again, and he has to fight crime in a place worse than Gotham when it comes to the crime rate. His life expectancy is dirt, so what does he do? He survives. He doesn't run away. He doesn't even seek redemption. He just does what he's told. Okay, you want me to fight crime? I'll fight crime, but I'll do it my way. So he starts dropping villains, and then he saves the world a few times just by being in the right place at the right time. And then he realizes there's a business in this. Take off the worst villains who have the most money and the nicest stuff, and move on and move on and move on. Ignore the small fry crime. So he puts together an organization called I Villain, and he finds another brute squad, the next best surviving knuckle draggers. And here's the problem. He does it too well. All right, I'm Marcus V. Calvert, and this is Tales Unlimited. Please check out talesunlimited.net. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.